Let's go Blues.
Let's go Blues.
That absolutely fucking sucked. Oh my goodness, did that suck? That's what happens when you play a prevent in the third instead of trying to win the effing game. Fuck! Oh my goodness. Wow. Well, at least the point streak continued, but the Blues should have won this game. Oh, they should have won this game. Especially when he falls down. Tarasenko, go get that puck. Oh man, that is, yeah, Sammy, I agree. I absolutely agree. Oh my goodness. Don't be an ass. Don't be an ass. Oh, that fucking sucks. That's how you. Oh man, I'm sorry. First of all, you take 5 shots. I mean, the two teams only took 11 shots in the first and the second, or in the third. But you played not to lose that game, right? And in the
Great third period.
You the puck and you don't chase it, right? I don't get it, man. I don't get it. No,
I can't believe they didn't go after that coil.
Hold on, both streaks are not over. We still have the point streak, 13 straight. Right? We still have the point streak. We got the point, right? And now we are tied with Minnesota, and Minnesota now has that extra room on them. No problem. Wow. I'm not on mute. Everybody else can hear me. Check your stuff there, E. Yeah, we're not a good 3-on-3 team. That's, the 4-game goal streak is over. Yeah, that's over. The win streak is over. Oh my goodness. I'm just, there's some Boston fans, a few Boston fans right now. She's actually kind of a cute one. Right? Yeah, you had a cute one in there. Shattenkirk jersey. I haven't seen one of those in a while. Not a good game. McAvoy with the game-winning goal. Swayman 20 saves. Yeah, the Blues just didn't take it to him. Other than losing the second period, that was a great game. It's a good game. I don't know what I call it great. It had to be Boston. Yeah, well, you know what? We still got a point streak going. We still got, we're still a good team. We're still a strong team. Boston needs this game more than we do, to be honest with you. Right? I mean, it meant more to them, and I figured that much. But it is what it is. You're gonna have games like this. You're gonna have good wins. You're gonna have bad losses. You're gonna have good losses. You're gonna have good wins. It just goes both ways. Yeah, I know he is. He's trying to keep it down. It was a good game by Boston. Boston got what they needed. The third period, both teams had chances and nobody could capitalize. Time and time again, when teams clog the neutral zone, the Blues struggle. That is a common thread in most of our losses. Bob, you're absolutely right, my friend. Whoops, you're absolutely right, my friend. I think I said that time and time again. I've talked about that. I've absolutely talked about that. Tammy says, congrats to Maddie. Young guys on Boston look good. Yes, they did. we weren't going to win out, and this was a game we were expecting to lose. Well, I thought it was 50-50. I'm glad we got the point, right? Blues played sloppy as hell. I don't want to go there. At least we can say we're not a wild card. That is true. Yeah, we cannot be a wild card. The worst we can do is third in the division, right? So that's true. Well, was it me or did Barbara just look frustrated with Kyrou on his line? I think he did. And I think Kyrou outskates his coverage a lot. I don't want to think. I don't say he's shitting OT, but he should have chased that puck a little bit harder. I think he might have been on an edge. But yeah, I do think he should have chased that puck a little bit harder. Does Marchand have a TV show on TBS? Is it called Rat in the Kitchen?
No, that's a Disney movie called Ratatouille.
Ratatouille, yeah. Maddie, I'm a sore loser. F the bees.
It's okay, Robert. That's why we're friends, bud.
Yeah, it was an emotional night. I'm glad we got a point. Right? Yeah, no, I do see that. It was a bit of an emotion, and we worried about. I worried about that. I worried about promotional nights, emotional nights. We do it. Lucky to go into OT. I don't know about lucky. I mean, that was a good goal by Thomas, and Thomas continues his streak. Barbashev sucks. Kyrou is way better than him. No. I disagree with that. I absolutely disagree with that. Kyrou might be better offensively, but all around, Barbashev is a better player than Kyrou. Way better all around. All right. I'll stand by that. Maybe we should have worn the home jersey. Yeah, maybe. I'm at least glad we did get a point out of it. Enjoy it now, Matt. But if we face you guys in the cup, I hope we snipe you down again. Barbie doesn't suck. I agree. Jeff, come on. The numbers show it. Right? Barbashev is a better all-around player than Kyrou. Barbashev plays on the penalty kill. He plays on the power play. He's a two-way player, and he's got just as many goals. Oh, no. No. In fact, here we go. Event summary. Giveaways by Barbashev. Barbie, let's go party. He had, how many giveaways did Barbashev have? Zero. Right? Kyrou also didn't have, Kyrou had 3 takeaways and no giveaways. No, I'm sorry. Barbashev is an all-around better player than Kyrou. Right? I'm gonna stick with that. Right?
You know what, Guy? The worst thing about it is, in the overtime period, I was like, "Oh shit, here we go," because as much as I love Coyle, he's a hometown guy, same town as me. Guy almost gives away the game, and then they almost give the game away again.
Yeah,
I would call that luck.
Yeah, you make your own puck luck. Swayman made a great play coming up and playing that puck.
Oh, if he didn't do that, it would be a whole game changer.
Yeah, it would have. That was where this overtime changed. I mean, him coming up and making that play opens it up to get it back there, win the puck battle behind the net, and go from there. No, I think that was 3-on-3 is a crapshoot, and we don't do well in 3-on-3.
And you know what else, Guy? I think O'Reilly just looked frustrated, and most of the team looked frustrated.
Yeah, because they couldn't get shots, and right.
Yeah, I mean, going from the games you've played, and then he looked really pissed off.
Yeah, they did. I would have started. I think I would have started Perron and O'Reilly in that overtime instead of Thomas and Tereshchenko. I really do.
I didn't agree with Coyle being on it. I agreed with DeBrusk and McAvoy.
Yeah.
Just you needed another pairing, just another guy, speed kind of guy. He just wasn't the right fit.
Oh my goodness. I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world. My boobs are
Look what you
plastic.
started.
I look fantastic. Oh my goodness. I called this game yesterday, Bruins and OT. Remember? 3-2-1, I'm the man. I don't remember that, Dale, but yeah, but I think you're right.
Good prediction.
Moran and O'Reilly were on ice at the end of regulation. Okay, that might have had a little bit to do with it. You know, it again, this is one of those, it is what it is, right? It was a tough game. The Blues did not play their best game. The fact they got a point is great. That there you still have you still have a chance to control your own destiny. It all depends on what Minnesota's got to win them all. That's the difference, Minnesota's got to win them. So getting a point, and you've got some games coming up where you can get some points. Well, actually, we're still ahead of you there, Ian. Well, you'll be ahead.
We're tied, but
Well,
they'll
no,
be
they're
tied if
ahead
they win
because
the
of,
game in hand.
They're ahead because of the game of hand.
Yeah.
So they'll be listed in second, right? But
Yeah,
in
but if
all
we end as a
actuality,
tie,
we're not.
we have the tiebreaker with the regulation wins.
Yeah, we that's on us. So I mean, they have to score more points than us, right? That's it. And now we've got a day off, and they fly out tomorrow, and they head to San Jose to take the Sharks. They won 2-0, Dale.
I didn't jinx anything. All I said is I didn't think we'd win out. I never said that it was due to be over.
Yeah, no, look, it happens, man. We had a game. We have the game in hand. Technically, we are in second, but you have the tiebreakers when we play the same amount of games. Yes, that is true. That is very, very true, Ian. Look, I don't know what to say. This is one of those games where, the bad things happen. And unfortunately, we have not played good in OT. Now, we'd won the last two in OT, right? So that did bode well for us. However, when you get down to it, when it was time to win, that's what it is. Oh, my goodness. I'm going to like this one. You can say it.
Yeah, Jose, you did. I'm not going to say it. I'm not a Boston fan. I just respect good hockey.
I thought you were going to tell him to go F himself.
Thank you for the 2 points. Thank you.
Yeah. No, I mean, well, again, you need the 2 points more than we do.
I know, right? And I love it.
And that's what I kind of was hinting at. This game meant more to Boston. When it came down to it, the Blues might have been upset, but this game meant more to Boston than it did the Blues. It really did. And when you're looking at Boston's still sitting in that wild card spot, they would really like to not be in that wild card spot and be up there with and knock Tampa into that wild card spot. Maybe have a shot at Toronto. Toronto might be, but right now where they're sitting, they're a point behind. They got to hope that Tampa loses. They've got to win and hope Tampa loses, and that's it could happen, but right now you're a point behind, and you got to deal with that, right?
Well, I'll tell you from this. You know how I said Carolina? That was my go-to team that I wanted to face in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Now I got two more. If they play like they did tonight, and this is without bulk of our team played, New York, Toronto, and Carolina. Those are the three teams I think we could at least make something out of and maybe start a streak going. But who knows? I mean, we don't control our destiny like you guys do, but it's a thing that after tonight, I think we could possibly do something better than what I predicted and just think I could beat Carolina and get knocked out in the first round.
Chris Lambert defending you there, Ashley.
I know, he's my buddy.
Yeah, no, I'm with you, Matt. And this is the playoffs are about matchups. And now I remember a little bit. Okay, so I'm not an original six guy. I'm not old enough to remember the original six, but I am a little bit old enough to remember, playoff seeding. When the divisions were the Smite division, the Norris division, those divisions, when there were 20 teams in the league and 16 teams made the playoffs, right? Is that right? 5, 10, 15, yeah, 20 and 16 made the playoffs. When you got to this point in the season, man, it was all about seeding. You wanted to play a certain team. Teams were looking at that. They would drop a game if they needed to. They would, there was definitely something that was out there. Now it's not as much like that as it was back then when it was easier to do. But positioning is important. And right now, to be honest, the Blues have two things to play for: second or third. Right? That's it. That's it. Second or third. Home ice in the first round or not. That's what it comes down to: home ice in the first round or not. And for me, it's they're playing very good hockey. They had a bad game tonight. Okay, happens. You have bad games. But they were still able to salvage a point. And I think salvaging a point out of a bad game is important this late in the season. Now, if you'd have told me if this would have been in October or November, I'd have been pissed off like a mother, right? I'd absolutely been pissed off, because salvaging a point then doesn't mean a damn thing, right? It really doesn't. Here, it means something.
Absolutely.
Right? Ashley agrees. Am I right or wrong there, Matto?
Absolutely. I agree with you. I don't know. I just think that now you really got to grind. Oh, talking about who's the original six.
Oh, Jeff, come on. I don't know where you're coming up with that, man. You know what? I'll tell you what. You want to talk about the original six era. I know a lot of guys. I knew a lot of people when I was coming up in hockey. I had people always telling me about the original six era, especially when I lived in Chicago, right? How those original six teams: Boston, Chicago, New York, Detroit, Toronto, and Montreal would vie for positions, right, in those top four. They would absolutely, if you thought getting that, if you thought you matched, if you were in third and you thought you matched up better with the team in first, they would lose. They would absolutely lose. So it wasn't so much about pride as you think it was, Jeff. And I don't think the U.S. had anything to do with it, right? Points in October just as important as they are in April, though. I kind of disagree on that. Yes and no. But I'll tell you what. If you play a game in October where you just get a point in a game you probably should have won, or you could have won, I'd have been a lot more upset than I am right now. Mm-hmm. Especially with the 9-game winning streak right on the heels of it, right? Jason Nichols says, the Blues are fine. We expected a letdown. We're playing like men on fire. Mm-hmm. No worries, people. The Blues are beyond ready. Well, you got 5 games to prove that.
Yeah.
Right? You got 5 games to prove that. You have San Jose, the Coyotes, the Yotes, who are you have 3 teams that are playing for absolutely nothing but pride. Mm-hmm. Right? Pride and jobs. And actually, on Arizona, they're not even playing. They're playing to get a job on another team.
Yeah.
Right? They're not even playing to get a job
one
on their
that can
team.
Fit more than 5,000 fans in their stadium.
Right? When it comes down to it, right? You can't look forward. You just play your games. You play the next 5 games, and then you get ready for the playoffs to start on the 2nd or the 3rd.
I'm with you, Dante. That's the game that I feel is going to, be really telling.
Actually, I have 2. I think the Knights game is also.
I really don't.
Well, it all depends on the Knights game. Depends on where the Knights are in the standings, right? If that's a game for the Knights to get into the playoffs, they're going to come out absolutely stoked, right? And if you're going to come out and just give them the point, then you're coming into the playoffs not playing the way you need to.
And I mean,
oh no, I agree with that.
Colorado lost yesterday, so they're now 9-1-0, and we are 9-0-1. So our streak lasted longer.
Yep. Colorado's red. Oh, it's Vince.
Hi,
The
Vince.
So far, Vince. You knew he had to get in here.
Of course.
Yeah, it's what's going to be. I'll tell you what. If I'm Colorado, I'd rest players against St. Louis. I absolutely do. However, I also want to make sure that I don't let St. Louis come out and just, bang me out with, beat me 6-4, 6-2, and put that bad taste in my mouth and a good taste in their mouth.
Yeah.
Right. The game's not in Colorado. It's here. That's a home game, Mike.
It's a homer.
Right? Huh?
I said it's a homer.
Yep, home game. The last two games are home games. So we're 3-2. We have 3 aways, 2 homes. Resting players she's doing it to me again. Resting players is never a good idea. It really isn't. It messes up the flow of players. It can. Mike, no, it's not. It's home. I'm 90% sure that's a home game. Ashley, will you look?
I'm looking.
I'm like 99% sure because it's a 2:00 game. Be a 3:00 game if it wasn't.
Who's it all depends on.
Nope, it's in Colorado.
Oh no, I am wrong.
Center.
Okay, so it's a 4-game road trip. Okay, I'm wrong. I'm wrong, Mike. You got it. I'm wrong. Sorry. Right? I for some reason I had it in my head. It was a 2-game road at the end, 2-game home at the end. My bad. Shoot me.
Oh, it's at 8:30.
Right? Okay, shoot me. I looked at it wrong.
Bang.
I admit I'm wrong. Right? Right? However they do that. I love one guy.
Yeah, but I also love whenever I'm doing the secretary stuff and I'm the one that's putting up all the comments and then he randomly decides to do it and then say, oh, I did it to him. See, I'm the one that puts up the comments. It's me.
Yeah.
Me and the mouse right here.
Yeah. I know. I try. I do it a lot too. So it's on me. I'm trying to do too much. And I know that. Look, guys, it was a tough loss, right? Vegas at home is the last game. Yeah, no, but for some reason, I thought it was 2 games at home. For some reason, I absolutely thought that was a home game.
We got a lot going on. It's all right.
Yeah, I did. Thought it was a home game. So, it is it's going to be an important game. It's going to be, 4-game. Yeah, go in there and do what you got to do. Right? Win the games you got to win. Win you got to win, and let Minnesota take care of Minnesota. Right? If Minnesota's got to win out to get the number 2 spot, good for you. Right? Good for you. But that just makes the series is going to be that much better. Right? It makes that series going to be that much better. 5 games left. 5 games, week and a half. Right? A week from Friday. That's the end of the season. Game could have gone either way. Really, I'm not even that mad. I played much better 3rd period tonight. I don't know about that. They only took 5 shots in the 3rd and they allowed 6. I think that's what it was. It was 5 and 6 or something like that. Let me double check. I was looking at it earlier. Now I got it to where I can't read it. So
I don't need to do it.
They took 6 shots. They took 6 shots in the 3rd. We took 5. Right?
Thanks, Dale.
We got outshot 35-22. That's an issue. We got outshot in the 2nd, 17-9. Right? That's where you lost the game.
Who's the one that just said that?
Am I drinking the Minnesota? Shit. Of course I'm not drinking the Minnesota Kool-Aid. I'll keep you guys straight, and if I don't, Ashley will. You're calling them.
Jason,
no, I said if. I said if they win out, more power to them. I didn't call for it. I didn't call it. So, you're putting words. God, I hate people. You want to know my biggest pet peeve? Put words in my mouth. That is my absolute biggest pet peeve. I hate that more. I probably hate that more than anything. I hate that more than redundancy in an article.
He hates it more than Ashley hates Scandella.
Yes. Right? Yes. And Ian, you're putting words in my mouth.
I'll say Montreal is my hate. We'll do that.
Yeah, okay. I kind of like Montreal. I think
of course you do.
I don't mind the Canadians. I can actually deal with Canadian I can deal with Canadian fans a lot better than I can with Toronto fans.
But if you go to a Boston Montreal
Lance,
game,
I jinxed it.
Right? Yeah.
Ask Ryan. I jinxed it.
Yeah. I want him to win 12 in a row. Right? I'm not going to bang on Ashley for that. Look, okay, so let's look at the next game for St. Louis. Okay.
No, I called for the loss today, and so I jinxed the loss.
I thought it could go either way.
And right? I said, "Oh no, we're giving out the ring."
Yeah. Right. My coach works for Montreal. Which coach? Which one of your coaches works for Montreal? He's kidding. He's a kid. You're a kid. You're a baby goat, Lance.
He's far from a baby goat.
I didn't know Rammer worked for Montreal. I did not know that.
Yes, you did, Dale. Yes, you did.
Yeah, okay. I don't remember Dale saying that, but I'll give him credit for it. You can blame Ian. Yeah. Ashley saved our season. We needed to lose one and be humbled before the playoffs. I don't think this was a humbling loss. I think it pissed him off. I really think it pissed him off, to be honest with you.
Well, not quite as much as that 7-2 loss that we had that started the point streak the next game.
Right. Oh, he's a scout. You
definitely had to earn your point today.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
For sure.
Actually, Ian, yes, he did say coach. Saki is a member of the Blues Warriors, which I am also a member of. I don't think I have my Blues Warriors jersey up. I don't have it up right now. But yes, and Rammer is a coach, and yes, I've talked to him. A coach for the Blue is one of the main coach for the Blues Warriors hockey, right? And yes, I'm an honorary member, and I make sure I say that. But I consider myself a member. And you know what? If you ask them, ask Chris, and ask Chris. Chris, do you guys consider me a member of that team? I'll find out from Chris here. And he can say yes or no. I just want to go from there and see what my buddy Shockey says.
Right wing.
There you go. Yeah. So, right. Delta considers me a member of the team, and they appreciate me and appreciate what I do. And I appreciate them and what they do for me. It was a lot of fun being there. In fact, a lot of the guys, when I was at the alumni camp, thought I was on their team, right? Because the Warriors had gotten, someone paid for 13 Warriors to go to the alumni camp, right? And I thought a lot of them thought I was on their team, but I was put on another team because they were filled up. So that's what it was. But I had a good time. Hopefully, I can go back next year. Maybe something comes my way, and I'll end up getting some sponsorship or something to help me get back that way. Shen needs to get some points.
Well, he scored 2 goals in the previous 2 games. He got the game winner in overtime.
He had 2 yesterday, didn't he?
Yeah, he had the game winner in Minnesota, and he had 2 yesterday.
Yeah.
Or not yesterday, but the day before. We were off yesterday.
Yes. Now, see, I'll agree with this one. Yes, it absolutely is an atrocity. Martin St. Louis never played in St. Louis. If any player should have played in a team, St. Louis should have played in St. Louis.
Yeah.
Right?
I needed a second for that one.
No, Martin St. Louis should have played in St. Louis. Absolutely, he should have. Right? And You know, that's like one question I would always want to ask if I ever got a chance to interview him. That's a question I would ask him. Lance Scott says the Bruins D's did a good job. I'll admit that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they limited the Blues to like 26 shots.
Yeah.
Right. And a lot. They were clogging the middle, and that's how you beat the Blues.
Mm-hmm.
You got to clog the middle. The one thing that the Blues did really well tonight, and I haven't heard anybody really talk about it. Yes, the Warriors is a team for veterans.
Apparently, St. Louis almost did.
Oh, really? Yes, the Warriors are the team for veterans. You have disabled veterans. I have to make sure that you have to be a minimum of 10% listed as 10% disabled through the VA, right? You know what, Tammy? I know you like watching some of my old videos. Search the Warriors in my old videos. I've done a couple with them, and also look at the article I wrote. Search the Warriors in my articles on the stlfanreport.com, and you'll see the article I wrote about that. I said McAvoy before the show was going to be important. Let the record show. Tonight, look, the Bruins did what they had to do. They played a good game. The one thing that we haven't talked about, and I saw it on all three periods, except not as much in the second, but definitely in the first and the third, the Blues got on some good, solid cycling, right? Uh-huh. And when that team cycles, that I really thought they had, I thought they had a goal with that cycle, right? No dyeing the beard, Manny.
Nope. And
I don't want him.
Stat of the night.
Huh?
Oh, I said the best stat of the night was the Bruins won.
Ah, kiss my ass.
The 2 points.
You know I'm saying that with love, right, Maddie? You know I'm saying that with love. You know.
I mean, we got to, you know. Well, no, wait. He didn't come back on, so no, we didn't get to wipe it in his face when we won.
Yeah, unfortunately, his brother. His
I know. I just got to give him trouble.
Yeah, so that's why I'm doing his brother.
So on this video, you guys are sandwiching me and picking on me. So
yeah, of course we are.
Hey, I'm actually usually the nice one.
Yeah, of course we are, Maddie. That's what it's all about.
I just can't talk about Scandella. That's the rule.
Yeah.
No Scandella.
McDavid should pay for the Blues. I can dream. No, I do not want McDavid. I do not want McDavid on the Blues. Absolutely, positively do not want McDavid on the Blues. He would cost too much. He would not help this team. He would tear this team apart. You want to talk about someone that I think is a locker room cancer?
Yes, McDavid, locker room cancer. But Lance says, just remember, the Blues got 3 out of 4 points, Maddie.
That's true. Right? See, that's weird with the points, right? So we played 2 games. We get 3, they get 2. Right?
I'm sorry, Lance had to bring it up.
Yeah, I know. It's just
I'm just doing my secretary duties here.
Co-hosting duties.
I think you usually say I'm your producer or something, but I'm not very good at that.
Yeah, you're learning. You mean the Edmonton McDrysdales? Yeah. Guy states the evaluation as he sees it, and so do I. I just look. I know the game. Whether you like what I say or not, that's fine, right? Yeah, that was the Evander Kane one. I'm waiting to see what that. I'm waiting for that playoff implode, right? If they don't, it may not happen in the first round, but I can absolutely see it happen in the second. I can see that team absolutely implode in the second round.
Yeah, right? That's going to be fun because, I mean, his ex-wife is starting more drama, apparently. So.
Oh, I know. And I feel, I absolutely feel for him when it comes to that.
I do. Because I just think that she's nuttier than a fruitcake.
Like somebody else.
Pretty nuts, too.
Yes, but I don't think, I shouldn't go there.
Not to that point.
I shouldn't go there. But we'll I am a woman defending Patrick Kane.
Patrick Kane. Yeah. See, with Evander Kane or Patrick Kane?
Or
There's two
Evander Kane, sorry.
Evander Kane. Okay. Evander Kane, right? He may have questionable character, but what's happening to him from his ex-wife is not right. Okay, no. It's not right at all. And this is the issue with the Me Too movement, right? It has empowered too many women to make up stories and to take things the wrong way, right? I'm sorry, I'm going to get on my soapbox here for a second, right? And if look, I understand the Me Too movement. I have no issue with the Me Too movement. In fact, the person that started the Me Too movement was a man. You talk to him, Maddie. You talk to him.
Mm-hmm. Who?
Right? If you want to know where Me Too comes from, it comes from Dio Fleury. He did an interview. He did an interview, and he talked about a book signing he did. Right? And he said in the line in the book signings, there's this gentleman, this older, this gentleman, 40s and heavier set, and he is crutching my book. Right? Crutching my book. And there are nothing but tears streaming down his face. I will never forget this interview. I'll never forget this story. And he goes, I looked at him, and every time he got a step closer, just the tears, they just kept coming, and they kept coming. And he got up to me, and he handed me my book, and he looked at me and looked at me dead in the eyes, and he said, "Me too." That's the first time that ever came out. And I think people need to I'm in trouble. I don't believe that for a second. Hopefully that Tammy's not slamming me.
Oh, no. She's saying that she doesn't believe the wife.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Just making sure. Right. So that's what I'm looking at. So that's why I say that if you hear of that, find out the other side before you make a judgment. That's all I got to say. Right? Find out the other side.
And
right?
And I'll tell you, Theo Fleury was one of the nicest people and greatest interview. He was on my show twice. So if you people want to see that episodes, then check it out. I mean, he's a great guy. It's just, I can't his political views are his political views. I'm not a politician either, but great guy, and unfortunate what happened to him, but he's empathetic with everything. He's a great guy. So
no, and the interview I'm talking about, Maddie, right? You know what I'm talking about, right?
Absolutely. Yep.
And he, the way he describes that, the way he says that, I'll never forget that, right? I mean, I knew Fleury. I didn't know. I knew of him. I knew I watched members play. I knew a lot of that, but I didn't know his total story. Right? I didn't know about him getting kicked out of the league for alcoholism, right? He might be one of the few players ever, banned from the league for alcoholism, not drugs, for alcohol, right? Now he did have his issue with drugs too, but he was able to face it, and he talks about, having his lowest point, having a loaded 357 in his mouth. In his mouth, right? That's what this stuff can do to you.
Show.
Say again.
Mm-hmm. He was on my show. He was talking about that, and I my body went cold when he told me that. I was like, oh my god, like some crazy stuff.
Right. And for me, I'll be honest. You know what, guys? I'm going to open up a little bit. Do you mind if I open up a little bit, Ashley?
Go ahead.
And Maddie?
No problem.
3 years ago, in February of 18, my life absolutely spiraled out of control. Right? Everything that I knew was gone. And this was the day. In fact, I hope my buddy Bob Morton's watching this. he posted a picture of this a while back, and it reminded me so much of this. The Blues were playing Pittsburgh that morning. It was a Sunday morning, and I remember driving that night for Pizza Hut, Friday and Saturday, and all night long, the only thing I could think of was right foot, right turn. So putting my foot on the gas, hard turn right into a wall. That's all I could think about the whole time I'm delivering pizzas. And I'm home that morning watching the game, and the only thing in my mind was 170 feet. Now, what that means, I lived in a building with 22 floors. I lived on the 4th floor. 717 floors between me and the top, or something like that, right? I was 170 feet away from just taking a step. That's what I was. I walked to the refrigerator. I opened the refrigerator, and that's all I could think of. I closed the refrigerator and collapsed to the ground. I ended up going to the hospital that day. I didn't go. I went to the hospital because my body shut down. They recognized that I was having a breakdown, and they started getting me help. And this show was born out of that. This show was absolutely born out of that. And you know, the things with that is, you know, this stuff doesn't go away, right? For a veteran, I'll tell you what, for a veteran, and maybe it's not just a veteran, there's a lot of people, but for a veteran, the suicidal thoughts, they don't just disappear. They don't walk away and you don't have to deal with them anymore. You deal with them every single MFing day. Every day I deal with it. Every day I deal with it. You could see me come on the show. There's times where I don't have it. That's why. That's what I'm dealing with that day. And now I have this person going after me. I'm dealing with that. Right? I have this person telling lies about me. Finding people on Facebook and going to them and then sending them this stuff, telling them these lies. Right? Twisting the truth to make their narrative the right one when it's not. And I have to deal with that. And I had to deal with it this morning, and it was not fun. And all of this stuff that comes up because somebody wants to say somebody did something to me. So you know, I know it sounds really bad. But that's what I deal with every mother effing day. Every day. Right? I don't sleep well. I'm on medication, and half the time I can't take it because I don't even remember where I'm at or what I'm doing. But that's what I deal with. That's why I wanted this show to blow up, to mean that I was doing something right. Right? Oh, sorry. Okay, Jose just told me to shut the hell up. I'm sorry, guys. Please forgive me. Please forgive me. Right? Please forgive me. That's all I can say right now. Ottawa and Vancouver. I haven't seen the score on that one. Somebody give me an update.
All right, give me a second. Ottawa and Vancouver is 2-1 Canucks right now.
Oh wow, the Canucks are fighting for that playoff spot. I don't think they're going to get it. I mean, they've got to have too many things happen for them. But you know, I like what they're playing. They're playing good hockey right now. They really are.
Kings and Ducks are tied 1-1. Blue Jackets are losing to the Sharks 3-0. And that's it.
Okay. The big one right now is the Kings and the Kings game and the Vancouver game. If the Kings end up winning that, it basically almost takes Vancouver out, right? Because Vancouver, in my eyes, has no chance at the wild card, right? And so Dallas is at 91 points with six games remaining. Vancouver's at 86 points with the same 6 games remaining. You know, even if they win tonight, they only go to 89, and Dallas has the game in hand. Their best chance is going to be that third spot because Los Angeles is right now at 90. Now Los Angeles, then they've only got 3. They've got 5 games left, so there's a little bit of room there. But if they win their games, you know, Vancouver and Vegas have no chance.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Vegas only has 5 games left. So while Vancouver can jump up into that 3rd spot, I just don't think that Dallas or Nashville are going to give up that wild. I think they're going to fall just short of making the playoffs. Right? The team that surprises me is Edmonton. I didn't think Edmonton early in the season, come with 30 games left, was going to make the playoffs. I really didn't.
Mm-hmm.
Right? They have come on strong. They have absolutely come on strong. 8-1-1 in their last 2, winning 2, or in their last 10, winning 2. With a streak of winning 2. The Blues up there 9-0-1 with an OT win or OT loss. So, you take what you can, and while we're sitting even in points, or just that they've got. They're 678 to our 669. We're both sitting. They're sitting at 112 points. We're sitting at 110 points. 109 points now, maybe. So you just keep playing your game. Just keep playing your game. Vancouver cycling like crazy. Say again.
I would love Vancouver to join back in the playoff run. I haven't seen them in forever.
They beat the Blues in the bubble.
Did they?
Yep, they beat the Blues in the bubble in 6. The Blues decided not to play in the bubble. Vancouver is cycling like crazy, keeping the puck in the zone, but their shots missing the net. They're keeping it out of the zone, hardly any stoppages. Well, I mean, they're not a great cycling team, so that surprises me. It really does. Right? It really, really does. The Kings' target is like 98 points. If they hit that, I think they'll make it. Vancouver easily could get 96, should be close. They have head-to-head matchup as well. So we'll see. Ian, I just think that the Kings have the better opportunities, right? And that's where I'm at. The Blues hate Canada. No, we don't hate Canada.
Just Falk.
Yeah, just Falk. Guys, I apologize for the stuff I said, and maybe I should. This isn't the place, but this is what I use the show for.
That's how this show is born. I mean,
yeah,
you got to get it out from time to time. We're all here.
I think the Kings are 1-1, right?
I thought so.
Bless you.
Yeah.
At least it was last time I looked.
Yeah.
Oh, now my phone doesn't want to work. Sorry.
Okay, so let me see if I can bring it up here real quick. I had it.
Yes, Kings Ducks
1-1 with 12:01 to go in the second. They're playing. The Freeway Series. They're playing the Ducks in Anaheim. Isn't that cool to go to a game that you really don't have to, an away game, and not have to? You can sleep in your own bed, right? Oh, I appreciate that, Chris. I really do. Thank you, sir. I didn't. I really thought they had a nice top 6. People just underperformed in the beginning of the season. Defense wasn't they had issues at the beginning of the season, and they made a coaching change, and sometimes that can help, as we know, with Berube. Sometimes it doesn't, and we look at Montreal with Martin St. Louis.
Or Philadelphia with Yo.
Yeah,
dude. Oh man, that dude is junk.
Yes, he is.
He is junk. He ruined Minnesota.
Yeah,
he ruined the Blues for a little bit too.
Yeah, right. That was, if you want to know, Yo is the reason Hitchcock got fired, and that all came down to that. I hate hiring a coach in waiting. Right? I hate it. I absolutely hate it, because what happens is, about the middle of the season, players start wondering who do they listen to, right? Well, he's the coach now. He's going to be the coach next season, and if those two coaches aren't on the same path, you have what happened to the Blues in 16-17, right? In 17. and then turn around, we missed the playoffs, right? That we should never miss the playoffs.
Well,
I can see that.
This is where you listen to your leaders, your captains, and your assistant captains. And if you're not agreeing with the coaching staff, you got to work together with your team and use your captains and assistant captains all the way.
There was a little bit. The Blues were dealing with. I think we still had back. I think that's when Backus left, and Pietrangelo got promoted to captain, so he was still kind of feeling his way. I just think that there's other things that happen there too. Yeah, he lost the locker room completely in St. Louis, and it wasn't even close. And I remember this. I remember this from 19. Berube, we had the home and home against the Predators. Remember, we had the back-to-back against the Predators. It was the Predators or the Wild. It was either the Preds or the Wild. It might have been the Wild. And they were talking. It was during our 11-game win streak, and they're talking about the national media is saying, Berube came in and said that when I got here, when I first took over, there was this issue in the locker room, and I had to fix that first. I went, wow, I can't believe you would put that out there, right? I can't believe you put that out there. You know what? I'm not as disappointed in Montreal as everybody else is. Montreal had some major injuries, and they also had some front office upheaval that caused a lot of that, right? They had big injuries. They had issues in the front office.
Biggest was Carey Price. He was the core.
Yeah, but and Carey Price having his mental issues, deciding, he needed to check himself into a program and basically missed most of the season. Then you also had their captain, I forget his name, Perry, right?
No.
Perry.
No, their captain wasn't Perry. It was Shea Weber.
Shea Weber, being out for the season, and there were other things that were there that with them. So they're going to get better, and the thing that's going to make them better is they could possibly trade Price. I really do think Price needs a change of venue,
fresh place to play.
Yeah, fresh place to play, new eyes, new ears. Get that. They're going to have to work with his contract or something like that. But I could also see them there. Martin St. Louis is a guy that I think is a good coach for young players, and they have some budding superstars in Nick Suzuki. Right, Suzuki is a budding superstars.
So, Ian, who's your second favorite team?
Boston Bruins.
All right.
Philadelphia Flyers.
No, it won't be them.
Yeah.
70s Philadelphia Flyers.
Well, I think those buyouts are going to kill Minnesota. I really do.
I don't.
I think they should. I think they should have. I think should have traded them. I think they should have traded them for as whatever they could have gotten. They would have done so much better getting 3rd and 4th round picks or things like that than releasing them like that. Right. Right. Not only that, if you, so they get half their pay, right? If you trade them, they get their whole pay. If you told them, look, it's either we trade you or release you, I think they should have traded them.
I kind of figured it was going to be the Capitals.
Yeah. I remember, I kind of remember saying something like that before. Right. So we're right up on that 1 hour mark. Sorry, guys. We kind of went all over the place today. Great game. Tomorrow, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, we'll have the Blue Note Hockey Fan Report. I'll be there. Might have Ashley, might have Maddie, might have Lance. We never know. Check me out. Check us out. Maddie, where can we find you, sir?
You can find me on my YouTube, Maddie C Sports, with the number 4, Sports for You and Me.
Right, absolutely. Check out Maddie's channel.
For You and Me.
All right, check out Maddie C Sports 4, number 4, You and Me. on YouTube. Great channel. Check out the Blue Note Fan Report on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. And Ashley, forever, I love having you here. Thank you so much. Greatly appreciate you when you come and you do what you can for us. I love it. Thank you so much. So, hey, everyone, this is Guy, the Hawaii Blues fan. For Maddie C. and Ashley Slapshot Jones in Dallas Sox. Saying aloha and mahalo, and I'll see you all tomorrow on the Blue Note Fan Report. Aloha.